What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the Ark and the flood. So a few days ago, I was reading a book about Noah's Ark and the flood and the importance that it still holds today and stuff like that. And as I was reading the book, God showed me the Ark and the flood um, as a visual representation for the time that we're in today. Um, so the flood represents the sin of the world. You know, it's everywhere. It's everywhere on the earth. We all know it. We all see it. Um, and it's been everywhere since the fall of Adam and Eve. So, in a world that's drowning, how do you survive? So this is where the ark comes in. This is where he showed me where the ark comes in, how it plays into it. So the ark represents a way out. It's a safe place. And the only way you're going to survive the flood and be protected is to get on the ark. So the ark represents salvation, and the only way to get salvation is to go through the door of the ark. And that door is Jesus Christ. You cannot survive the flood unless you go through that door, unless you go through Jesus Christ. And the only way to salvation is through Jesus Christ. Acts 4:12. But let me put it this way. So if you're swimming around in some water, like say the ocean, and you start to drown, and you realize you're going to start to drown, and then it sinks in that you're probably going to die, and but then you notice a boat that's close to you. So you're going to do anything and everything in your power to get to that boat to save your life. Because you don't want to die, you want to survive. So you're going to get to that boat. You're going to do whatever you can, whatever it takes to make it to that boat, to get to that boat. So we'll do whatever it takes to save our life. So why aren't we doing the same thing to save our soul? Knock on the door before the flood consumes you and time runs out. This world is so full of sin and darkness, and the only way out of that, and the only way to be protected by that, and not, and I guess being protected by it means that like nothing's ever going to happen to you or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's more so of being able to make it through, tough times and hard times and when things come against us and stuff like that, and know where, all of our hope and our faith falls into and relies on. As we live today, the world is not going to be flooded by water or destroyed by water again. But this is just a way that he showed me, that God showed me, how the ark and the flood is like a representation of what this world is like today. And with the flood being a representation of the sin of the world because we know it's everywhere, we see it. And then the ark being, the way to survive all that and to get out of all that, because that was the only way that Noah could survive the flood, was to build the ark and bring all the animals and his wife and his sons' wives on this ark. That was the only way to survive the flood and to be able to withstand the waters that rose. So, in the end, you have to make a decision. It is up to you. It is your choice. It's your free will. Do you drown or do you get on the boat? It's as simple as that. So, now the world may not be flooded with water, but it's drowning in sin. We all know that. Most of us can see it. So, the boat of salvation is right in front of you. All you have to do is just reach out. There's so many drowning by their own choice because they think someone else or something else will save them or that they can save themselves. And usually when they try to save themselves, it just causes them to drown more. I've been there. I've done it. I see it all the time. And another problem that we have as a Christian body, as Christian people, is that the people that are already on the boat see the people that are still drowning and won't throw the life preserver out to them to help them out because they think it's not their problem. They don't want to deal with it. They're already on the boat, they're already safe, whatever, and they're not throwing a life preserver out to the other ones that are still drowning out in sin. They're still drowning in the sin of this world. I'm going to put it like this: this world is about to endure some rough seas. And if you're not on the boat with Jesus, you're not going to be able to withstand the waves that come crashing down. This world, I think, is headed for some rough waters, some rough times. And if you're not on that boat with Jesus, and if you're not rooted in Jesus, when those waves come crashing down, if he is not your anchor, you're going to be thrown around. The time of treading water is over. You're either on the boat or you're drowning. And it may sound harsh, but it is time for the people and it's time for the church to get real, to see reality, to preach reality, to speak reality, and to speak truth, and to speak Jesus, and to do it in love. And the reality is that Jesus is coming back at some point. We may not know when, we may not know the exact time or the exact hour, but we can't see the signs and the wonders and stuff that shows that he is coming. And it may be tomorrow, it may be before this video is posted, it may be, who knows when it will be. But the reality is that he is coming back. And he's not coming back like a baby in a manger. He's coming back as a lion of the tribe of Judah. And if you are not on the boat with him, you're going to be in the water drowning. So you're either going to be on the boat with him or you're going to be lost at sea. You don't have to keep drowning because there is a boat right next to you. All you have to do is just swim to it. And so many people are missing out because of whatever reason. And the people that are on that boat already, those of us that already know who Jesus is, those of us that, serve him and do his will and follow him, should be throwing life preservers out to the people that are still drowning and that are still in the water and still don't know how to get out of it. And we have failed at that. I'm just going to be blunt. We've failed at that. And it is time for the people to put aside their differences, whether they like somebody or they don't like somebody, or whether because somebody has tattoos or because somebody did this or somebody did that. It is time to put all that aside and throw those life preservers out to help them get on the boat, to find salvation, to find Jesus, so they can withstand the waves and they can withstand the water and they don't have to drown anymore. When I was drowning in my own sin and in the world, there were people around that threw me a life preserver that said, "Hey, I'm going to get you out of the water, and then I'm going to show you Jesus, who's going to dry you off. And he's going to be there with you no matter how rough the waters get." And we have got to do that for other people because they may not ever see it anywhere else. Where I work, we have a t-shirt that says, "You may be the only Jesus that people see." And people are watching Christians. They're watching them, whether they're watching them to find out when they make that mistake, or they're watching them because they want what they have and they don't know how to get it. But get on the boat. It's as easy as swimming to it, or hopefully, you know that there's somebody around you that will throw a life preserver out and help you get there. But it is all your choice. Nobody's going to force you. They shouldn't force you into anything. It is your free will. It is your decision whether you stay in the water or you get on the boat. You don't have to drown. You don't have to keep drowning. There is a boat that is right next to you, and all you have to do is swim to it and knock on the door before it's too late. And I guarantee you, when you knock on that door, Jesus is going to be the first one that meets you at the door. And he's going to welcome you in. And he's going to love on you. And he's going to show you the things that need changed. He's going to dry you off from the water. But he's going to be there every step of the way. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Don't keep drowning when there's a boat right next to you. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend. I love you. God loves you. And we'll see you in the next video.